Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we're back at it. Everybody, we are here with our Prevost X3 45, and this one's mine. This one is mine. So, I shared in the other... Okay, we'll get into the bus, then we'll talk about it, okay? I gotta talk about the other videos. I'm just realizing the graphic doesn't line up with the nuts. I'll have to look at that. This is some of like the higher quality mod ones that I have, so I'll have to look into that. Not the end of the world, but we've got everybody bussed up. Everybody is bussed up. Everybody is on board here in Fresno, and we are about to head to Stockton. Yes, up to Stockton, and that's going to be a 3-mile journey for us as we continue our way up to Seattle. I hope you guys are having a good day. I know that I am. Let's get the door shut. Let's climb on in. Welcome aboard, everybody. My name's Zach. I'm going to be your driver today. Sit back and relax, and I hope everybody's going to have a grand old time on our way up to Stockton. Those of you who've been riding with us since the beginning, thank you guys for your patience, of course. I got to remember not to hit that button. Door's closing. That was weird. Door is closing. And it is time for us to get on out of here. And just like that, we can put her in drive and get on the road here to get on out of Fresno and head up to Stockton as we continue up and through California. You know what I realized is that probably was supposed to be a U-turn and not cutting across all those lanes of traffic, but guess what? That's okay. We're trying our best. But I hope that everybody is having a good day. Ooh, I forgot to calibrate my brakes. Sorry. I let my baby sit with me a little while ago and she was pushing all kinds of buttons. But I hope everybody's having a good day. Hope you guys are excited to continue this journey. I know that I am. Now, here is the story. I know I said it in the preview video that came out, I don't know, last week or whatever. GreyhoundLines American Truck Simulator. The group, the organization, the CEO, the amazing gentleman actually released the X345, his version of the X345, which I'm driving right now, the 2011 model. And he released it on Tuesday. I filmed the first episode of this, like what you guys are watching right now. I filmed that first episode on Monday. I was so proud of myself because I was like, okay, well, he's not going to re-release the mod. I'm going to sit there, I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to make it happen. Literally a day after I filmed it, not even close to ready to release it yet. And lo and behold, he releases the bus. So I wanted to do the preview first because I want to support the community as much as I can. I talked about it, I shared on it. I showed the customizations. I kind of did a little bit of comparison to my version of the bus that I've had made, and the pros and cons. And one of the pros is, I don't know, I like mine a little bit more, and there's probably a mixture of like personal pride that kind of comes with it, because I'm the one who saw this from start to finish. But there's a couple aesthetic things that I like better on my version of the bus. But I highly recommend everybody go get your copy if this is something that interests you. From GreyhoundLines ATS. The link is there in the "This Could Be Yours" video, so that it's available for everybody. Ooh, I'm heading towards Stockton. I need this secondary. I wish the GPS was a little bit clearer, or at least a little bit more zoomed out, so I could see at least what my next step would be. I also have like the itchiest eye going on right now. Oh my god. Really shouldn't be driving with all this stress right now. But so it's kind of funny of like film the video. Finally going to talk about it. Maybe we'll release mine. Bam, he releases his. Well, I got to do a video on his first so that I can support the channel. And then I sat there and I went, do I start this trip, the one I'm doing right now, over with the other one, the other version of this bus? And I went, no. And there's a couple reasons why I went no. And again, none of this is criticism towards the other bus. I just like my bus a little bit better. I don't, you know, and it's a personal preference. And it doesn't have anything to do with, like, anything that's lacking in the other one. I like mine. I like that I don't really have the handicap section that's in. I like the rear end of this one better, even though the other one feels more realistic. And just a couple of things here and there. But I think it does come down to, like, personal pride. So that's why I'm continuing the journey with my bus. Even though you look around, especially you look at the dash, and that's what I was kind of looking at. I was looking at the button clusters, especially on the side. They are the same. And that's because they are made by the same modder. 100% respect that guy. I'm excited to do more work with them in the future on a couple more things. I'm excited to show you guys some of the things that we've been working on. Not the buses, because I want to leave that to Greyhound Lines. Odds are, I don't think I'll release mine out there. But there is a Prevost that is coming out for those of you who have always dreamed of driving a tour bus in American Truck Simulator. That I will probably make public one way or another. What are you doing, Flynn? Why are you behind me? Making me very uncomfortable, buddy. Just staring. But it's just, I found it really kind of funny and conflicting of what I wanted to do. But I'm like, you know what? We started the journey with this one, and I really... This one's mine. You know, and my tour bus is mine. And eventually, if somebody wants it, I'll share it with the world. That's fine. Because I want to be able to share the community as much as I possibly can. But it is one of those, like... pride. Personal pride. Now, a couple things that I do need to work on are the gauge systems. Currently, they are set up for kilometers an hour. I am going to work on getting them set to miles per hour. It is just going to take me a little bit of time and headache because I don't know how to change that manually. Like, you know, people are like, oh, go into your settings. Dude, my settings are in miles. Okay? Because guess what? When you go here, miles. Like, they're there. So, please don't contradict me. Please don't be mean. Like, I'm trying, y'all. Like, I found out some crazy stuff. Like, I figured out on my tour bus how to change the color of the dashboard. Like, I'm figuring it out. I'm getting there. But it's just the customization of you know, opening the door and making sure that we're happy with everything we're doing. Oh my goodness, so sorry. Long day, very long day today. But yeah, I hope that you guys are enjoying the Greyhound bus driving. Plan to do more of it in the future. I'm really excited to get up to Seattle. I love going up to Seattle. As somebody who's been driving the tour bus around a lot, it's actually been really cool to kind of go on the adventures and see what's around. I know I keep teasing this tour bus. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to show it to the world yet, because I kind of want to have a good purpose to do so. Going through Modesta now. But, you know, one day. The problem is, like, this one, you know, using the Greyhound Lines bus mods, sorry my guy, using their city mods and Reforma and everything like that, it gives you the ability to have the destinations, which give you these purpose of wanting to go to these locations. The tour bus is a little bit harder. It kind of reminds me of what we were doing when we were doing the truck and roll videos. And you got to find like a tour to kind of travel with, but like, you know, one thing that was kind of bothering me a little bit was, you know, we were doing the load in, load out process, which was, I thought, really neat for me. I don't know if it was for anybody else. Some people love those videos, some people hated them. But you got to really have like a journey in mind, and you know, a lot of tour buses and artist tours usually are like 8-hour drives around, beeping for the train, and do it in the tour bus all the time. Force of habit. But it is one of those things of like, okay, you know, what's the story we can tell here? The virtual trucking company that we've been doing with KLLM, it's been a lot of fun to be able to do. I recorded like 20 of those episodes, and I was like, I'm gonna hold off and I'll drive it on the side. And I've been driving it on the side. I think I'm up to like 12,000 miles or something like that. But it's always nice to have some sort of purpose, you know, something that keeps you driving down the road, because I have been playing ATS every night in different versions for quite some time now, whether it was the virtual trucking company, the tour bus, recording this episode for you guys. Excuse me. Just because it's relaxing, you know? It's that thing of you always find the things that kind of put you at peace, and just driving down the highway. I love it. I'm going to drive down to Mansfield, Massachusetts tomorrow. 2-hour drive. It's right outside Boston, for those of you who don't know. It's right next to Foxborough, where the New England Patriots play, for a concert. And when I'm driving down there, I love to drive. I'm the one who always needs to drive. I'm like, I gotta have that kind of control. But I hate driving because I hate the other people on the road. I can't predict what they're going to do, so I'm always nervous driving, because I'm not nervous driving. I guess that's not the right word. I don't trust people, so I don't like driving as long anymore. A wide turn here, but we'll let everybody know that we are getting closer to our destination. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is your driver, Zach, speaking. We are getting ready to pull into Stockton, the depot here. For those of you who will be ending your journey here in Stockton, we really thank you for choosing Greyhound, riding with us. Again, my name is Driver Zach. You're going to get a survey that you can fill out. Let us know how we are doing, how I'm doing, how you enjoyed the ride. And I love that honest feedback. It just lets me know how I can do things better for you and make sure that it's a more enjoyable and comfortable ride here on Greyhound. And I really do appreciate you guys letting us do the driving. For those of you who are disembarking with us, we are going to have cargo bay number 2 open. If you have any luggage that is underneath, or any gear, any bags, that is where we'll be pulling them from. For those of you who will be continuing with us to our next destinations and continuing on through Seattle, you can stay right on board. It's going to be about an 8-minute stop of getting everybody off and back on. If you do want to step off the bus, you stretch your legs very quickly. Follow everybody off the bus, but just know that it will be a quick turnaround before we get back onto the road. We will be stopping a little bit longer at our next stop, so everybody can step out, have a smoke break, grab a concession or something like that. But again, thank you guys so much for driving Greyhound, and we hope that you've had a fantastic journey. Alright, so Greyhound Depot's up here on the right, and this, like, one of the things I love about this is the depots are like all different, so it's like, ooh, what are we gonna get this time? Ooh, tight. Okay. Oh, SCS loves you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to take me a second to get the bus positioned here. It is a very tight lot. Just going to pull up. And we're just going to make one more adjustment, everybody, just to get us on up here. Right there on the line. And I just need to check outside because I'm getting better at this, but I gotta trust my instincts, really what I gotta do. There you go. That one's close, but it's there. We are there, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna e-brake, and let's get everybody off. Well, not everybody. Let's get a good handful off. Alright, got the bodies off that we needed to. It's about an hour and a half to our next destination. We're going to Sacramento. And in Sacramento, we will be having a 15-minute stop, just so everybody can kind of get off, stretch their legs, grab some concessions from inside. Ooh, I am inside. There we go. But we've been able to get people on and off. Neat. I'm so happy to be able to have the Prevost buses now. It feels so much better. They're so much better scaled. Like, and I'm really proud of this paint scheme that I built. Like, I gotta fix that, but other than that, spectacular. All right, let's get back on the bus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back on board. I hope you guys were able to stretch your legs a little bit. We will be having about a 15-minute break at Sacramento, which is our next stop in about an hour and a half, to be able to use the restrooms, grab some snacks from inside vending machines and things like that. But again, about an hour and a half to our next destination, which will be Sacramento, California. Oh my god, I keep hitting the wrong button. Sucks. Alright, let's get on out. And out we go back onto the road. Nice wide open. Can't ask for anything better than that. About an hour and a half drive to Sacramento, where we'll get everybody off and probably end this episode. I'm not exactly sure how long we've been going. It's going to take us a little while to get up to Seattle. It's going to be a handful of episodes. I try not to do anything over 20 minutes. I'm thinking about maybe doing some streams at some point. You guys let me know if you have any interest in doing that. I do them here on YouTube. I know that I keep my Twitch kind of like there. I don't do Twitch. It was fun when I did it, but I've now what feels like a larger audience here on YouTube that I really don't want to switch over to Twitch and like start over and stuff like that. YouTube works. I've never streamed on YouTube, but I'm assuming it's just as easy, if not easier, than Twitch itself. Okay, we're gonna have to jet over here after this white car, but there we go. Back on the road as we head towards Sacramento on 5. But yeah, like I was saying before, it's just so nice and relaxing to be able to drive and enjoy American Truck Sim, and especially they keep putting so much work into it. They keep putting so much work into the graphics overhaul, which 1.60 and 1.61 kind of messed with the graphics a little bit, and they were stuttering for a little bit. I haven't noticed as much recently, which has been nice. So they're definitely working on it and trying to fix their mistakes. But like, I feel like I'm in California right now. This hazy feel is exactly how California feels like every time that I've been out there. You know, I really love being down in like Louisiana area and stuff like that. I'm sad that I can't get to like the ports as easy. Wish I could have looked that person over, but that's okay. Because you know me, I'd like to be able to get to the cruise ship locations. You know, they've got to do it for when we finally get to Florida. 56. Hell yeah. Watch for wildlife between dusk and dawn. So here's the problem. It's dusk right now. Ooh, a little bit on the rumble strip because I'm trying to adjust my hand here. Sorry, folks. At our whopping 55 miles an hour. Can't wait till we get out of California, but man, is California long. But as the sun continues to tuck behind, we will continue our journey on up there. I can't remember exactly when the changeover was going to happen. I think maybe it was in Sacramento. That was going to go from, you know, go from LA to Sacramento, then Sacramento to Seattle. I think that's might have been what it was. That'd be interesting. By the time we get there, it's not going to tell me, but like, you know, coach drivers are a little bit different. I mean, entertainer drivers are different too. So I can't remember if it's entertainer and bus or entertainer and bus being separate. So if you're driving an entertainer coach, it's 10 hours that you can drive, and then you need to go 8 hours before you can drive your next 10. And the way that the clock kind of resets is interesting, but you don't need like a full 10 off, you need 8. Your clock isn't 14 hours, it's whenever you're driving, because entertainer coaches are way different. But it's weird, it's complicated. I'm still learning about it. There's an amazing person on YouTube I highly recommend if anybody likes the entertainer coach kind of vlog. His name is Keith On Demand. I love this man. He is fantastic. He drives an entertainment coach for, that's a beautiful water tower. Holy crap. Drives an entertainment coach for a country artist. I know who the country artist is. I did my own little nosy work to figure out who he drives for. But I don't know 100% if they want that. It's easily enough public. You can figure it out, but what is this? It goes like up and around? Oh, that's our way of getting back on. Got it. Welcome to Sacramento, everybody, the land of green bridges. I think my dad lived out of Sacramento for a while. Either Sacramento or Bakersfield, but I feel like it was Sacramento. Beautiful sunset welcoming us in. As we get ourselves situated and ready. For our arrival. Oop, I didn't like that. I don't know who was in the wrong there, but I'm bigger, and I feel like they would have had a yield sign because they were coming on. We were in the existing road. I don't know, but I didn't like that. They got way too close to the bus. Harbor and Boulevard. Those are the little skips I'm talking about. See them? Come out of kind of nowhere. And I have very few mods on this one. Like, obviously the Reformer and the like, but it's weird. No, my screen's automatically dimming. That's why I was like, wait, are my lights on? It's my screen. I have an adaptive screen. I've had them for quite some time. I remember Sacramento. It's the one with one on each side, and I think we picked the right one last time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are pulling into the Sacramento station. For those of you who are departing with us, thank you for riding with us today. There will be a text that will come to you looking for feedback right after you disembark the bus. They're going to ask you your experience, what you like, what you didn't like, how was your driver, and again, driver Zach here. Give us as much feedback as you possibly can, and be honest. I really do appreciate your comments and your suggestions, because it allows us to know what we can encourage to do better. I really do appreciate you guys picking Greyhound and riding with us. This is going to be a curve that I'm going to have to go over. I don't like that. Your baggage will be in Bay 1 here on the bus. Outside, if you had any bags or luggage that are underneath. And for those of you who are continuing on with us, we will be here for 15 minutes. We're going to have a 15-minute break here in Sacramento before continuing on our journey. Please stay seated until the bus comes to a complete stop, and I give you the okay to be able to disembark the coach. A little bit sensitive on the brakes there. Gotta work on that. How did I do? Oh, I can't see. Dang it. Problem is the bus doesn't. Ooh, whoops. The bus doesn't like give a bounce when it hits it. It just it jumps. Sorry about that, folks. Door open, and once the door is open, we're actually going to turn off the brights and turn off the bus. Let's get everybody offloaded. That is so short. So I'd have to get everybody off the bus and close the door. Wow, that is so small. Yeah, that's like all the room that you have. These spaces are not spaced that well because I'm right there on the line. Could have been over a little bit more, but like this guy could barely open his door if that was going to happen. But everybody's going to be able to get a chance to get off if they want. They can grab some food from inside the Flick bus here. Flicks? Yeah, Flicks bus. Or the Greyhound station. Be able to just kind of walk around, stretch their legs before we continue on our journey out here. I like to be able to look around once in a while. Oh, it's a drive-through. For what? Man, this sky is beautiful, though. Look at that. I'm just gonna... Let's take a drone for a ride real quick. Hold on. Couldn't even tell which one was mine at first. That's kind of hilarious. It just adds so much depth to the game, guys. I love it. God, you can see my crappy parking job. That bus isn't 100% straight either, so on that. Look at that. Wow. That's just amazing. Alright. Well, let's drone back down. While these people sit and enjoy a little bit of break here, this is where we are going to end this one, everybody. Next episode, we are going to be traveling up to a fuel stop in Corning, which is about 2.5 hours away. Then we'll be going up to Weed. Then we'll be going up to Medford, right outside Eugene, Portland, Seattle. So if I was to do the math here, we went from, oh God, we went from Fresno to Sacramento, probably went from Sacramento up to Medford to, we probably can make it all the way to Seattle. That one might just be a little bit longer. You never know, we could hit traffic too. But 15 hours left to go, 791 miles, and just enjoying driving this Prevost up and down the road. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. That's going to do it for this one. If you did enjoy, we do try to get a video out here on the channel every single day, and again, we really do appreciate your continued support. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.